with a her nor custom style. Can you guess in which play these lines are quoted? Answer is Antony and Cleopatra. The play is a tragedy by William Shakespeare. The setting of the play takes place in Rome and Alexandria, the capital city of Egypt. After the death of Julius Caesar, the kingdom of Rome was being captivated by the three Roman empires, namely Octavius Caesar, Mark Antony, and Lepidus. These three are also called triumvirs. Now, let us look into the outline of the play Antony and Cleopatra. Mark Antony, one of the three Roman empires, refused to do his duties towards his country, as he has fallen in love with Cleopatra, the queen of Egypt. Nothing is matter to Antony in front of the pleasure of being with Cleopatra. So he leaves Rome to Alexandria. Cleopatra, who is not only the queen of Egypt but also an attractive woman who once seduced Julius Caesar. Cleopatra is highly dramatic and always wished to seek attention from everyone around her. Now she is very delighted in the thought of capturing Antony like a fish. The messenger from Rome comes to Alexandria to reveal two messages to Antony. One message is about the death of Antony's third wife, Flavia. She died in the battle against Octavius Caesar. Whereas the other message is Rome is being invaded by the Mediterranean Sea pirate Sextus Pompey. So, Octavius Caesar calls Antony back to Rome from Alexandria in order to help him fight against Sextus Pompey. Antony is moved by the death news of his wife and he decided to return back to Rome. Meanwhile, Cleopatra has planned to stop him, but adamant Antony leaves Egypt immediately. In Rome, Octavius Caesar is reminded about the days when Antony cheerfully faced the hardships and also thinks about the changes he now sees in Antony. Meanwhile, Octavius Caesar comes to know the arrival of Antony from Alexandria. Both Octavius Caesar and Antony put forth complaints against each other. Eventually, both realized that their friendship is necessary to defeat Sextus Pompey. So, their bond is cemented back by the political marriage between Antony and Octavia, who is the sister of Octavius Caesar. In Egypt, Cleopatra learns of Antony's marriage to Octavia and takes furious revenge upon the messenger who brings her the news. She becomes calm only when her servants assured her that Octavia is very homely, short, low-browed, round-faced and with bad hair. Back in Rome, the triumvirs meet Sextus Pompey near the place called Misenum. A conference is held in which terms of peace were discussed. After some hesitation, Sextus Pompey accepted all the terms of three Roman empires, and he invited them to join the celebration in his place. In the party, Menas, one of the pirates, suggested Sextus Pompey to kill the three triumvirs and make himself ruler of the Roman Republic. But Sextus Pompey refused to do so, as he finds it dishonorable to kill the guest. After the peace treaty, Antony and Octavia are setting off on their honeymoon to the city of Athens, Greece. But as soon as they are gone, Octavius Caesar breaks the peace treaty with Pompey, and he defeated him using Lepidus' army. Meanwhile, Octavius Caesar intentionally puts all the blame of his faults on the head of Lepidus and imprisoned him, and Octavius Caesar also took all that Lepidus owns, including his land. When Antony came to know about this, he became angry on Octavius Caesar for defeating Sextus Pompey without even consulting him. Antony sends Octavia back to Rome from Athens. Antony himself goes on to Egypt to raise an army with Cleopatra. Octavius Caesar is disgusted by the betrayal of Antony from Octavia. He declares a war on Antony and Cleopatra. Despite his servant Enobabus' advice to fight in land, Antony chose to fight at the sea in the place Actium. In the heat of the battle, Cleopatra flees from the battle with her 60 ships, and Antony follows her, leaving his forces to ruin. Thus, Octavius Caesar gains an easy victory, and Antony feels ashamed of what he has done for the love of Cleopatra. Cleopatra consoles him, and her tears softens Antony. Then he kisses her, saying, "Give me a kiss, even this repays me," says Antony. Later, Antony sends a message in which he asked Octavius Caesar to let him live peacefully with Cleopatra in Egypt, for which Octavius Caesar replied back saying Cleopatra to give up Antony and come over to his side, or to put Antony to death. Notwithstanding the messages, Cleopatra starts flirting with the messenger Tyrrheus, and even allows the messenger to kiss her hand. All on a sudden, Antony comes there and shocked to see what is going on. He ordered his servants to beat the messenger until he cries out in pain, and Antony let loose his anger on Cleopatra. Even though she was a whore, God has shut Antony's eyes. Antony decided to attack Octavius Caesar next morning. At the battle, Antony again loses the battle as Cleopatra's men flee away from his side to Caesar's side. Antony decided to kill Cleopatra for her disloyalty. Meanwhile, Cleopatra planned that the only way to protect herself and win back Antony's love is to send him words that she killed herself and dying with his name on her lips. So she locks herself in her monument and awaits for Antony's return. Rather than rushing back to see the dead Cleopatra, Antony decides that his own life is no longer worth living, so he wounded himself. At this point, Cleopatra's messenger informs Antony that the queen is still alive. Antony is then taken up into the monument where he died in Cleopatra's arms. Caesar shed tears upon hearing the death of Antony. Cleopatra is taken into custody by the Romans as Octavius Caesar intends to parade her at his triumph. Rather than being slave, Cleopatra decides to die as a brave woman, so she kills herself using the poison of an asp. She dies calmly, imagining how she will meet Antony again in the afterlife. As the play ends, Octavius Caesar discovers the dead bodies and experiences conflicting emotions. Antony's and Cleopatra's death leave him free to become the first Roman emperor, but he also feels some kind of sympathy for them. Finally, Caesar ordered that Cleopatra should be buried beside Antony.